Quadratic equations. Okay, this is just like the last notes that we took, except there's an A. Okay, it's ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay, before we did x squared plus bx plus c. Now it's a x squared. Okay, it makes it a little bit different. Okay, the rules are a little bit different when you do it. Okay, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, that equals ax squared plus mx plus px plus c. Okay, m and p. Okay, when they add them, they give you b. So when you add m and p here, you get b. When you multiply m and p, you get a times c. All right, and it'll make more sense here in a minute. Okay, but if you multiply them, then you get a times c. Write this down. Alright, so it's 7x squared plus 29x plus 4. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to come up with what would add to give us 29 and multiply to give us 28. Okay?
What is 28?
I'm going to get there. Add to give us 29. Okay? Multiply to, remember how it was add to give you this, multiply to give you this? Remember that? Okay. Now it's add to give you this, multiply to give you this times this. Remember AC? Okay, if you look on the slide before, it said M times P equals A times C. Okay? So what we need to do, we need to look at what are the factor, what's the sum, like what adds to give us 29 and what multiplies to give us 28.
28 times 1.
Okay? So the factors of 28 are 1 and 28. Does that add to give us 29?
Yep.
Yes, it does. So here's how we split this up. We go 7x squared plus we write one of the terms first. I'm going to go with 1x, okay, or just x. Add to give us 28x. And then plus 4. So what we do is we split up the 29 into 1x plus 28x. Then we factor by grouping. So we group this and we group this. What can I take out of 7x squared plus 7x? What's the greatest common factor of 7x squared plus x? X. What's left? 7x plus 1. Okay. What can I take out of 28x plus 4? What's the greatest common factor of those two terms? Okay, 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So we are left with 7x plus 1. Remember how we have 7x plus 1 and 7x plus 1? Alright. So then what we do is we just combine x plus 4 and times it with 7x plus 1. So x plus 4 times 7x plus 1. That is our answer. Alright, so we look at this, okay, but there's something that should stick out to you. It's something you should look for first. Now, you couldn't have done it in the problem before, but in this one you can. Okay? Does anyone see something that's common between 3x squared plus 15x plus 18? 3 goes in all of them. So what I can do is I can factor 3 out. We're left with x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now that I factored 3 out, all right, now we have our x squared plus 5x plus 6. Don't we know how to do that? Yeah. What multiplies to give you 6, adds to give you 5? 3 and 2. So here's our answer here. Which Shane? Okay, you did it the other way and you got what? 9 and 6?
Yeah.
Okay, if you factor the 3 out, would you get this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. Okay. So if you forget to do this, that's okay. You should get the same thing. But this is a lot easier to do. So if you can find something to factor out, factor it out. Alright, let's do one more of the ax squared plus bx plus c. We have 5x squared plus 13x plus 6. There is nothing we can factor out. So what we do is we look at what adds to give me 13, what multiplies to give me 30. Okay? Because we have 13 here, we're going to split it up. Okay? And we need to see what adds to give us 13. We need to see what multiplies to give us 6 times 5. What are the factors of 30? 10 and 3. What else?
1 and 30.
How about 1 and 30? Okay, would that add to give us 13? No? Maybe. What about 15 and 2? Would that subtract and give us 13?
Yep.
Yes, but can I use this?
No.
No, because there is no, if 2 was negative, okay, wouldn't 6 be negative? Yes, it would. Okay, that is not possible because 6 is positive. So we have to go with 10 and 3. So we write it as 5x squared plus, I'm going to go with 10x, okay, plus 3x plus 6. The reason I went with 10x first is because 10 and 5 will have a common factor, won't they? If I put 3 here, would 3 and 5 have a common factor? No. But what about 3 and 6? Do they have a common factor? Yes. That's why I paired them like this. So now we group these. What can I take out of 5x squared and 10x? 5. What else? X. What's left?
X plus 2.
X plus 2. So over here, I need to get what?
Same thing.
X plus 2 by itself, right? What can I factor out of this? 3. What's left?
2. Wait, what? X2.
X plus 2. Okay. Does everyone see how we got that? So now I combine 5x and 3. Okay, and x plus 2, I just eliminate one of those. There is my answer. I have 6x squared plus 22x minus 8. This is where c is negative. So what I need to do, I need to look to see what adds to give me 22, what multiplies to give me negative 40. Because I take negative 8 times 6. So, what multiplies to give me 40? Oh, it should be 48, sorry. Okay.
7, 6.
No, man.
Hey.
7 and something.
7 and 7.
No.
7 7 is 49, so no.
6. It's 8. 6.
6 and 8, obviously. But do they subtract to give me 22?
No. 41 and...
Let's say
24. 24 and 2. Yeah.
24 and 2. What's 24 minus 2?
22.
22. So does this work? Yes. So now I write 6x squared. I'm going to go with, which one needs to be negative?
The 2.
The 2, right? So I'm going to go with plus 24x first.
Minus 2.
Go minus 2x minus 8. So what can I take out of 6x squared and 24x?
6.
6, what else? X. What's left?
X plus 4.
X plus 4, because 24 divided by 6 is 4, x divided by x is 1. Okay? So I need to get the other side to have x plus 4 as well, right? What can I take out of negative 2x and negative 8? Just 2?
4.
Okay, let's just take out 2. I'm just going to take out 2. What's left?
X minus 4.
Is that the same thing as x plus 4 over here? No. So can I do that?
No.
No. What do I need to take out of negative 2x and negative 8? Negative 2. What's left?
Negative 2x plus
What's negative 2x divided by negative 2?
0.
X. What is negative 8 divided by negative 2?
4.
Positive 4, right? We have x plus 4 on both sides, so now we can do that. So our answer is 6x minus 2 and x plus 4. There's our answer. I look at this. Is there anything I can factor out of 2n squared minus n minus 1? No, there's nothing I can factor out. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to figure out what adds to give me negative n. Okay, because b here is negative.
1.
And I need to see what multiplies to give me negative 1.
I don't know. It's just difficult. When we go back to numbers.
Actually, not negative 1. Sorry. Okay, because what I have to do is I have to take c times a, don't I? So what multiplies to give me negative 2?
Negative n. Positive n.
No, it's supposed to be negative n, which is negative 1, right? Multiplies to give me negative 2, adds to give me negative 1.
Positive 1. Positive 1.
Okay, they need to be opposite signs, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Positive something.
So how about 2 and 1? Does 2 and 1, if one's negative, give me negative 2?
Yeah.
Does negative 2 minus or negative 2 plus 1 give me negative 1? It doesn't.
It does, but that has an n right there. So
Well, it's supposed to be negative. It's supposed to be negative 1 in. Okay, I wrote it so you know it's negative 1. Just because it says negative n, it's actually there's a 1 in front of it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There's not n at the end of that.
There doesn't need to be. Okay. So what am I going to split negative n into?
2.
1, negative 1.
No. Okay. How about negative 2n and positive n? Because what's negative 2n plus n?
Negative 2 n.
That's 2.
No, what's negative 2n plus 1?
That's
Negative n, right?
yeah, negative
All right.
1.
So what? So I was trying to find what adds to give me this, what multiplies to give me this. Okay. So then we factor. Okay, what can I take out of 2n squared minus 2n?
2n.
2n, what's left?
N plus 1.
N.
N plus 0. N plus
Yeah, about n minus 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And what's left here?
N and 1.
What can I take out of n minus 1? I take 1 out of it. What's left?
N minus 1.
N minus 1. Okay. I have to get parentheses of the same thing here and here. Okay. So now I have 2n plus 1 and n minus 1. All right, write this down. 10y squared minus 35y plus 30. You see something here?
Yep.
What, Caleb? What, Caleb?
She just said it.
I can't think. I can't think right now.
Hey, 5 what, Nick? What do you mean by 5? 5 what? Okay, not y. Can I factor 5 out?
Yes.
Yes. So is it Nick? That's what you're trying to say? Is 5 can be factored out? Okay.
That's what I was gonna say, but I couldn't think of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna factor.
See if you
I'm gonna factor 5 out. What is left?
2y 2
2y squared minus
the 5 7 7y
7y plus 6. Is that what we're trying to say?
Yeah. See,
Okay.
I know what I'm talking about here.
Now I need to figure out what adds to give me negative 7, what multiplies to give me 12.
62.
Why would it be 12? Why not?
Because it's 6 times 2 is 12, right?
I thought it'd be 30.
No, you take C times A. 5 is out of the equation. Like, you can ignore it for right now. It's going to be part of the answer, but you can ignore it. Okay? So what adds to give me -7, what multiplies to give me 6 times 12, which is, or 6 times 2, which is 12, right?
7 and 5. No.
Okay, now look, C, okay, my 2 times 6 is positive.
Oh, -3 and -4.
Okay, what adds is negative, so that means they both have to be negative, doesn't it? Because a negative times a negative gives me positive. So 3 and 4, right? So I'm going to split it up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave 5 there. 2y squared minus, let's do 4y. Okay, because 2 and y have common factors. And minus 3y plus 6. 3 and 6 have common factors, so I want those paired up. Okay, that's why I wrote it like this. Okay, would this, okay, just looking at this, would this here add to give me this?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, would, alright, so
You just split up to 7.
what can I take out of 2y squared and negative 4y? 2y?
What?
Okay, what is left out of 2y squared?
We can distribute the 5.
We just leave that 5 out. Okay, what is 2y squared divided by 2y? Y. What is negative 4y divided by 2y?
Y minus 2.
Okay, so it's negative 2, so y minus 2. What can I take out of negative 3y plus 6?
3.
What is left?
Y minus 2.
Y minus 2. Alright, so here's my answer. 5. Hold on. 5 times 2y minus 3 times y minus 2. There's my answer. I'll write this down. This tells you that a polynomial cannot be written as a product of two polynomials. It's called a prime polynomial. So a polynomial that can't be written as a product of two polynomials is called a prime polynomial. What this means is that a polynomial that can't be factored using integers like we've been doing, okay, we call it prime. Write this down. 4x squared minus 3x plus 5. So I need to look at what adds to give me negative 3, what multiplies to give me what? Someone tell me. 20. Okay, we take 4 times 5. So what adds to give me negative 3 multiplies to give me 20. What are the factors of 20?
1 and 2.
4 and 5. 1 and 20.
10 and 2.
2 and 10. What else?
5 and 4.
We already done that. Is that it?
No.
Yeah.
Is there any others?
Yes.
That's all you can do. Okay? These are the only factors of 20. Okay? Which one of these, okay, which by the way, my 20 is positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Let's make it.
So that means, and my b here is negative, so it means each of these terms has to be negative, right? Okay, they both have to be negative. Do any of these multiply to give me 20 and add to give me negative 3? No, they don't.
No.
Okay, does negative 4 plus negative 5 give me negative 3?
Negative 9.
No. Does negative 1 plus negative 20 give me negative 3?
No.
Does negative 2 plus negative 10 give me negative 3?
No.
No. So this is prime.
Twist.
Since this cannot be factored by using integers, okay, we write prime and only prime. Here is your homework.